came to win, to fight, to conquer, to thrive.
Art terminologies in 2- and 3-dimensional forms. What are art terminologies? Art terminologies are body of words that are peculiar to art. They are words commonly used in art and are simply referred to as art language. For instance, the word donkey is an animal in everyday use, but in art terms or language, a donkey means a seat used for drawing. The next word is applique. Ornamental needlework in which pieces of fabrics are sewn or stuck on to a large piece to form a picture or patterns. There's a good example of an applique. The next word is calligraphy, the art of producing decorative handwriting or lettering with a pen or brush. Most times calligraphy are in cursive, whereby alphabets are designed to be slim or thick with tails. And good example of a calligraphic writing is what we have here. The next one is abstract art. Abstract art is art that does not attempt to represent an accurate depiction of a visual reality, but instead use shapes, color, forms, and gestural marks to achieve its effect. Good example is the pictorial composition which we have here, whereby geometric shapes, brilliant colors are used to depict a composition or a pictorial abstract painting. The next word is serigraphy. Serigraphy is the artist's term for silk screen printing, a process which involves a stencil and ink which is forced through a silk screen through. A good example is the picture we have here. You see a frame being placed on a white fabric and the artist is holding a scourge. A scourge is a plastic which is used to spread ink, permanent ink, on a frame or the silk screen print, which create an impression which you can see on the white fabric that looks like broken bottles, and you see the variety of blue, like the light blue and the dark blue. The next word is cartoon, a humorous or satirical drawing published mostly in newspaper and magazine. We have a drawing here and a picture that portray a comedian, and on this picture we can see the difference between a caricature and a cartoon. And the next word is caricature, a picture trying to imitate a person's behavior or looks by stressing certain features of the person to amuse people. Here we have another drawing or painting of the popular comedian, and this time you see some part of the face being stretched, like the ear, the eyes, lid. The eyes are bulged out, the nose are pointed and heavily drawn, and you see wrinkles on the forehead of this comedian. Here the next word we have here is embroidering, the art of making beautiful designs on clothes with needles and thread. And you can see a good embroidery here using geometric shapes. This artist actually used geometric shape as designs, but yeah, we can see that she is using a needle and a thread to carry out this design, which bring us to this fine, well embroidering design that you can see right now. Why the next word is easel. Easel is stand for holding a canvas or board when painting. Easel is a tripod stand which the artist placed his canvas or board and paint or draw while the board is resting on the stand called easel. And the next word is pyroengraving. Pyroengraving. Pyroengraving, the art of using hot materials to create designs on a surface. As you can see on these drawings, you see materials that are being drawn on using hot materials, using hot tool like hot metal to portray diagrams. And in our vicinity here, we have calabash engraving, whereby the part of the surface of the calabash are being drawn on, and these are used by tools are used to actually make these drawings. Etching. This involves the process of cutting or corroding a surface to create a design that is used for printing. The surface is etched sometimes with acids. Yes, we have good examples of etching. You see the first picture here are mainly used by graphics artists and textiles. They draw on them and then chip out the designs, then apply colors on them to create impressions on clothes and paper. While the next picture you see already etched cardboard paper. Most times these papers are used as a means of design for other things, but sometimes they stand as a end produce to design too. The next word is foreshortening, an effect of perspective and viewpoint by which the shape and proportion of a certain object and figures are altered and made smaller or shorter when drawing or painting. Yes, we have two drawings here. One is actually painted, and you can see that the part of the body that is close to the artist seems to be exaggerated and big, while other parts of the body, the principles of perspective is shown. Also with the next drawing, you see the part of the body that is close to the artist is blown out, then other part of the body is trying to show the laws of distance. The next word is loom. Loom, a prepared weaving frame on which triples of threads are fixed vertically to form warp, and another passes over and under the warp to form the weft. Here's a good picture of a professional constructed loom, and you can see on it a woven cloth and triples of thread placed on it for weaving. The next word is pastel, a substance like chalk for drawing or painting. Pastels are used for drawing or painting, but they cannot stand on their own. Most times after pastel are used for drawing, they have to fix them by using a chemical called fixative. Pastel can be used for drawing, painting, landscape, portraitures. Then the next word is fixative, a sprayed chemical which help to make a chalk, pastel, painting permanently fixed on a background. On our diagrams, you can see a portrait done with charcoal pencil and the application of fixative to make it permanent. While the second picture, you see a pastel composed drawing, which at the end of the right part of this painting has been sprayed on. Fixative has been sprayed on, so you can see the difference between the part that has been sprayed, which is a little bit darker than the other part which has not been sprayed. So the reason why they spray fixative is to make the drawing or painting to fix or permanently fixed on the surface. We are going to end this lesson today here. Do make sure you attend our quizzes, play the game that is attached to this module. See you in class.